Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be playing the Sorin Vampire Lord Planeswalker deck, the upgraded version, the black-white version. This is almost identical except Cruel Celebrant here. This is replacing the actual Planeswalker and Sorin's guides, just because those are very expensive on Magic Online. So this drains every time a creature dies, or Planeswalker, but we don't have any of those. But anytime a creature dies, we're going to drain the opponent for 1. So yeah, it works fine in this deck. We also have Isolated Chapels. Those are expensive in paper, but literally pennies on Magic Online, and Scoured Barrens as well, which lets us gain life when it enters the battlefield. So not bad. Other than that, we're basically card for card identical, except we have some different art. So anyway, yeah, let's just get into a game. We're gonna be playing standard. Gonna be playing standard open play, just best of 1. We didn't have a sideboard for this, so we're just going to play open play best of 1. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Let's see our hand. Whoa, too many lands. Way too many, but good cards. We have too many lands, but one of our cards does generate tokens, so that kind of makes up for it. I think this is actually keepable. We're also on the draw, so if we don't hit lands for a couple turns, opponent's playing blue-white, this might be okay. There is a 1-drop. That's pretty decent. I think I want Legion's Landing first, though. So let's play that. Get a 1/1 with lifelink, and we will pass. Put a place Glacial Fortress, plays Bishop of Wings, alright. Draw a Sanctum Seeker, we're drawing really well. So we're going to play Vampire Neonate. And we're going to pass, because we can't attack into that. So what does this do? Gains 4 life whenever an angel comes into play. And whenever an angel dies, they get a token. So Offer and Void lets them scry, yep. So I'm guessing it's Tribal Angels, that would be my guess. Considering Bishop of Wings, that's something that we can assume. Opponent passes, we draw another Sanctum Seeker. This hand is looking pretty good. We're going to play Bloodthirsty Aerialist. That's going to get massive. And we're just going to pass, can attack into that thing. It's brick walling us pretty good. Opponent plays a Tranquil Grove, gains a life. Plays oh, that's actually pretty nice. Okay, so they play an Angel, they gain 4 life. Now they've gained 5, so that's going to put a token into play from our Splendid Angel. Yikes. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Draw an Isolated Chapel. So we are going to... we could activate Vampire Neonate. I think it's better just to get Sanctum Seeker in play. We're going to take a beating from these angels, probably, but... that's okay. We'll pass the turn. The angel has Vigilance too, which... it's kind of a problem. Opponent has some big stuff in, super fast. Offer and Void again, lets them scry. Opponent plays Spark Double. Is it going to be a Resplendent Angel? Yikes, so that gains them 4 life. And oh my god, Fountain of Renewal 2, so they're going to gain 5 life every turn when they play an Angel. Because they'll gain 1 life from the Fountain of Renewal and then 4 from the Bishop. Opponent attacks for 4, we go to 16. So they're guaranteed to get a token every single time they play an angel. There's Epicure of Blood, that's decent. Except it doesn't really help us get through these angels, is the problem. This is a time when Settle the Wreckage would be pretty fantastic. I think we're just going to play Sanctum Seeker. I think we're just going to pass. We're stuck. We're really stuck. These angels are too big, and we don't have board wipes for them. This is why pretty much any white deck ever can play Settle the Wreckage. Yep. They gained 4, plus they gained 1 from Fountain of Renewal, so they will get an Angel token at the end of turn. Opponent attacks for 4, we're going to go to 12. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for our first game. Oh yeah, they get 2 tokens, right. Because they have 2 Resplendent Angels. And they gain 4 life each time those tokens come into play from the right. Dang. This deck is kind of crazy. We're going to play Epicure of Blood. I think we lose no matter what. So let's just demonstrate how explosive this deck can be. Let's attack with all of these. So we get double triggers because we have 2 Sanctum of Seekers. They each trigger individually. And then every single one of these triggers is going to then trigger Bloodthirsty Aerialist and Epicure of Blood. So we have a lot to click through here, but it'll demonstrate how crazy that... Opponent was at 46, by the way, so we'll see what they're at the end of this. But yep, just lots of draining. Opponent goes down to 34, we go back to 18, and we have an 8/9 flyer in play, which would be fantastic if the opponent didn't have, well, what, 23 power in the air? Yeah, that's fine. Opponent kills a couple creatures. We're going to gain another life, which in turn is going to mean we get another counter and another drain. Opponent goes to 25, we go to 19. But now we are dead. Super dead. And opponent attacks for a whole bunch. Okay, we're dead. Not a good start. Not a good start. Let's see how far we go down. What, like negative? Yeah, -4. Alright, let's get into another game, because that was not good. Alright. Another match with this upgraded Sorin deck. I like this hand a lot better. This is very aggressive. I like aggressive starts. We've got 1-drops. We've got creature control. This is looking pretty decent. So we're going to keep this and hopefully be able to stay on the offensive for a bit here. And draw into a little bit more power, because we don't have a ton of power. Put in place Temple of Mystery. So we're playing against blue-green. Alright. Could be that Simic Flash deck, maybe? We'll see. There's a Sanctum Seeker. Fantastic. Really like to see that. So we'll play this Vampire of the Dire Moon. And we're going to pass. There's no point in playing the Neonate. Neonate's more of a late game kind of card, even though it is a 1-drop, but we want to play it against aggro decks so it can block, or just at late game to start gaining life. But turn 1 against the deck that hasn't put anything in play yet, I want the 1-drop. The 1-power creature that can attack. Opponent's playing Bant though, so interesting. So I think we will, we'll go to combat, we'll attack for 1, then we'll play Scoured Barrens and probably the Neonate. So play Scoured Barrens. Opponent is at 19. I just passed. Well, good. This is why I forgot to play the Vampire Neonate. Well, shoot. Okay, I'm good. I'm good at Magic, guys. Glass with the Guild Pact. Okay, so this is something very unique. It's gonna give all multicolored creatures +1/+1. Pretty cool. Vampire Aerialist is pretty good. We're gonna play the Swamp and play the Aerialist, but now we can't play Sanctum Seeker next turn because we don't have an untapped 4th land. We're gonna attack for 1, put it goes to 18, we go to 23, we will play... Why didn't I play that before combat? I should have played that before combat and got an extra counter. Right. I'm good. Well, at least I recognize my mistakes, right? Follow my deck building advice, not my gameplay advice, guys. Satyr Enchanter lets them draw a card whenever they play an enchantment. Oh, there is an untapped land. Fantastic. So we're gonna play Sanctum Seeker. And we can attack with this Vampire of the Dire Moon because that Satyr Enchanter thing is going to gain them a lot of card advantage. So if they want to trade it 1-for-1 with this Vampire of the Dire Moon, I'm totally fine with that. Sanctum Seeker triggers twice, and we get 2 +1/+1 counters and drain for 2. Opponent goes to 16, we go to 25. And we have a 4/5 and a 1/1 with lifelink. I'm assuming they're not going to trade, but if they want to, that's fine. They don't. And then we gain another life and get another counter. So opponent's at 11, we're at 26. So next turn we can gain a life from the Scoured Barrens, which will put the Aerialist at a 6/5 or 6/7. And then we can Sorin's Thirst twice for fun if we want. That will kill the Enchanter thing. Oh, opponent just concedes. Okay. Well, we were in a pretty good position because we could have killed the Enchanter. The Aerialist would have been a 7-power creature. So it would have been 7, 10, 11 with just combat damage +3 from the draining. So yeah, opponent was dead next turn actually. Alright, let's get into another game. Alright, let's see what our hand looks like this game. This will probably be our last game. Just wanted to play a few quick games. This is another very aggressive start. We have a 1-drop into a 2-drop. We have lots of lifelink. We have creature removal. Yeah, this is looking like another very aggressive hand. I'm liking this. Put in place Fairy Miscreant. That's pretty decent. Opponent passes. Ooh, we draw Legion Lieutenant. Don't have a white source, but I'm going to play Vampire of the Dire Moon again. And we're going to pass because the Vampire Neonate can't block the Fairy anyway, so it's fine. Opponent shouldn't attack, I don't think. It would be very bad for them. Yeah, they don't. Because we can just attack back and gain a life back. So we're ahead if we, start trading damage like that. We draw an Aerialist, so that's pretty good. We'll play Blood Burglar, and I think I'm just going to pass because of the Aerialist. I don't want to trade Vampire of the Dire Moon, so not going to trade that. We're going to pass. Next turn we can play the Aerialist. And then we can attack if we want to and get 2 counters, because both of our creatures will have lifelink. And if they trade with the Vampire of Dire Moon at that point, I guess that's acceptable. It's fine. Opponent's not playing much. I'm wondering if they're just in blue control. Seems like it. There is another lifelink guy. I feel like this is going to get countered, but we don't know if they're playing counters for sure, so we'll see. I feel like there's a very good chance with 3 untapped islands and them not yeah, okay. That makes sense. So we'll go to combat, we will attack for 2. Opponent's gonna go to 18, we'll go to 22. Unless they block. But they don't. So that's pretty decent. Next turn, it would be nice to draw a Plains for the Legion Lieutenant, but if not, we do have another Blood Burglar to play. Opponent passes. Sanctum Seeker is good, but don't have mana to cast it, so we're going to go to combat. Attack for 2. Opponent should go to 16, we'll go to 24. And then I think we're going to play the Neonate first to try to bait a counterspell if they have one. Because I'd rather lose this than the Blood Burglar. Especially since we lost an Aerialist already. But they don't, so we'll play the Blood Burglar, see if this... Yeah, okay, fantastic. So we've got a lot of, we're going wide. Now we just need a Plains for that Legion Lieutenant, or just any land for Sanctum Seeker, and we have a lot of power. We can really overwhelm the opponent if we can just get one more land of any kind, basically. Opponent plays Crashing Tide, bounces my Blood Burglar, and draws a card. Alright. And opponent is probably just gonna pass. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, there. Well, now. Now what do we do? I think we try to bait the counter spell. And they don't. Okay, so we'll play Lieutenant. If I play Sanctum Seeker, I'm tapped out. And if they have a counter spell, we're kind of doomed. But this way, we had a way to... We could bait it, but they didn't have it. So we'll just attack with all of these. So we're attacking for 6. We're gonna gain 5. Opponent takes it, goes to 10, we go to 29. So the logic there was we could have played Sanctum Seeker and it would have been more damage actually. But this is more damage long term because it gives us another creature. And if they had a counter spell of any kind, no, they're going to bounce the Lieutenant. Okay, so here we can, next turn we can play Legion Lieutenant. And we'll get 4 extra damage out of it. Or we can play Sanctum Seeker and we'll still get 4 extra damage from the life draining. Plus we'll gain 4 life. So... seems better. Opponent plays another Fairy Miscreant though. So that actually could be better with the Legion Lieutenant now. Because we can play Legion Lieutenant, and if they try to double block the Vampire of the Dire Moon, we have Sorin's Thirst, and then we draw another one. So I actually think that might be better now. Yeah, let's do that. We'll play this. So the idea here is that we're going to attack with everything. And the only way that they can kill a creature is if they double block the Vampire of the Dire Moon. And if they do that, then after they choose blockers, we will Sorin's Thirst one of the fairies. And then the other one will die to combat, and that'll be a pretty good blowout. They'll lose 2 cards to our 1, but they don't. Okay, they block the Blood Burglars instead. So we're going to deal 3. They're going to lose both our creatures. Opponent goes to 7, we go to 37. And at this point, it's looking pretty bad for them. Unless they don't really have board wipes in mono blue. They could mass bounce, I guess, or steal stuff, but I guess if they steal the Lieutenant, not only would all of our creatures get smaller, but also... Blood Burglars would die in combat to it. Frostlinks won't do that though. So they're going to tap down the Blood Burglar, but we have 2 mana open, so we can Sorin's Thirst the Frostlinks at end of turn. And at that point we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So we're good. Plus we can play Sanctum Seeker for even more damage. Alright, opponent passes, end of turn we're going to kill the Frostlinks. That's going to die, we'll go to 39. They do have 4 mana open, which is... Oh, they have a counter spell. Alright, that works. So there we go. That's why it's scary, because they have counters. That's fine. We draw another land. So we will... I think we can just play Sanctum Seeker, right? Either's fine. We can kill the Frostlinks and deal 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or we can just play Sanctum Seeker and deal 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then they can block 3 of it. So we'll do 9. So this is technically more damage. 1 more damage, technically. And they just concede. Yep, alright, there we go. Well, that is 3 matches with the upgraded Sorin Vampire Lord Planeswalker deck. Sanctum Seeker works really well with Bloodthirsty Aerialist. It's very explosive. Vampire Neonate never really played a role in those games. It's really good in really long, grindy games. Those games just went really fast, so we never really got to a point where we needed it. Vampire Neonate is the type of card that when you run out of cards in hand, having those in play is really nice, because then you can start, dumping your mana into it. So it wasn't relevant in any of those games, but yeah, it's fine. Epicure of Blood also really good when you have Sanctum Seeker and Bloodthirsty Aerialist in play, or just Sanctum Seeker by itself. Cruel Celebrant, that never actually came into play, so we don't have to worry about that. If you were like, hey, you're not playing the proper cards, well, we never actually saw Cruel Celebrant anyway. And everything else is card for card the same, except the mana base, I guess, because I do have Isolated Chapels and Scoured Barrens. But yeah, this is card for card identical to what I showed in the Planeswalker deck upgrade video. Sanctum Seekers are fantastic. Highly recommend them. And yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. So if you want to see more videos like this, guys, I don't have any plans right now to do the other decks, but if you are interested in them, I can do them. It will be some time before I get around to them, but if this video does well, then maybe in a couple weeks or just, you know, from time to time, I can dip into these. Anyway, that's all I have to say, guys. Again, if you like this, definitely let me know. In the meantime, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.